If you're hardening off your plants to acclimate them to the outdoor weather after you've started them indoors, and you're sick of having to bring them outside, then inside, then outside, then inside for a week or so, or the storms have pummeled your plants with rain and wind, or maybe the wild kingdom got involved and animals have eaten some of your plants. Well, if any of these are true, this episode's for you, because I'm going to share an inexpensive, productive, and easy to use tool that anybody could use for hardening off your plants. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Alan Schaefer with Custom Garden Solutions. In today's exciting episode, I'm going to share with you an inexpensive, easy to use, effective tool that you can use to make yourself more productive when you're hardening off your plants. It's going to be a short episode. It's not going to be an episode on how to harden off your plants. And it's not an episode on what sun scald is, which is what may happen if you don't harden off your plants. Those episodes were published back in June of 2018. They were good episodes, so check those out. Today's episode is just about a tool or a part of the hardening off process and something that you might find useful and make you more productive in the garden. So, as many of you know, Custom Garden Solutions installed raised beds, does consulting, delivers compost. We do a lot of things. And when we install raised bed, quite often we grow plants for those customers. So when we install the garden for them, they're ready to go. So some years I might have 200 plants, 300 plants that are going from the indoor grow room to be hardened outside and then to a customer. I got sick and tired of having to take all those plants indoors and outdoors, indoors and outdoors. That was one issue. The other issue was when I bring them outdoors and bring them indoors, I have so many other plants in our grow room. I have about 6,000 watts of light in the indoor grow room that I didn't want to bring insects that are harmful to the plants that are inside in from the outside. So that's another reason why I hated the hardening off process. The last reason was, well, not the last, but the second to last reason was, if I brought them outside and I wasn't on top of it and a storm came, the wind and the rain could damage the plants. And lastly, I've never really had a problem with this, but I know a lot of people do, where animals, if you leave them on the ground, will bite at them and harm them and possibly kill them. If you put them up on a table or something, then you have the issue that the wind might blow them off. So it can be a very onerous task to harden off vegetables. If you got a tray or 10 or 15 plants, not so much. If you got more than that, it can be an issue. So let me share with you a couple things that I've done. This year, I don't have as many plants as I normally do. I have probably 100, okay? And in years past, if you see behind me, I use this big cage that I've built. And if you check this out, all right, and that literally held hundreds of vegetables. But this year, since I didn't have as many plants, I went another route. This year, what I did was I used what is typically my trellis for my bees, and I just simply laid it on its side. Now this is just PVC, and what I do is if I know it's going to rain, or if I know there's a storm coming, I simply cover it up with a tarp. Now this is silage tarp. It's a little windy, so this little demo may not go so well. And on the other side, I just put a row bag down. So with this process, I don't have to bring them outdoors and indoors and outdoors and indoors, unless it gets, it's a temperature thing, but normally I'm doing this in May and the frost date has long passed. That's not an issue. So it protects me from the rain and the wind because it's inside my garden where I have a 3 foot, actually 2.5 foot fence going around. I don't have to worry about animals. The first day, I'll bring it out in the morning. Then in the middle of the day, I'll cover it up. And at the end of the day, maybe I'll give it some late sun. If the next day it's cloudy out, maybe I'll kind of just leave it out all day. If the third day it's sunny, maybe I give it 2 or 3 hours, then I cover it up. If it's going to rain, it's going to storm, if there's high winds, I cover it up. So this process, it just saves me a lot of time and energy. This year I used a smaller tool. In previous years I've used the other PVC cage I've built. It's kind of like a mini greenhouse made out of PVC. And I thought you might find this tool useful. If this has been helpful and I added any value, you can add value back to Custom Garden Solutions by just liking the episode, by commenting, hey, that was cool, by subscribing, hitting the notification bell. These are all indicators to YouTube that something good is going on here, and I'd appreciate your help. I'm Alan Schaefer, Custom Garden Solutions. Our channel is all about helping you grow herbs and vegetables and all kinds of cool garden stuff so that you can live a healthier and happier life. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn all about growing herbs and vegetables and all kinds of cool garden stuff, then start today by subscribing. And so you don't miss anything, hit the notification bell, because you never know what I'm going to be talking about next. Or maybe the wild kingdom got involved and animals have eaten some of your plants. Outside, then inside, then outside, then inside. With rain and wind.